Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and I am back. It's been a while since I've appeared in one of these videos, but there are a couple of things I would like to go through. First of all, I needed to find some good ambiance, atmosphere, lighting, as one would say, for my return. And I feel that this sort of lighting I think is perfect for me. So I specifically chose this lighting for my return just because I feel like I feel more in my comfort zone when I'm here, you know? There's just something about this brightness that just makes me flourish. I will not be here for the entire video. I will just be here to make a cameo of sorts. So you'll be seeing me for only the next minute or two, sort of going through things of what people thought I was in the last appearance. I have received comments in my last appearance, and I do take note for those of you who point out that the most common one, in my opinion, is that people think I'm evil. No. I am not evil. It's a completely different concept, evil. I do not fit that description. But I shall not tell you my true nature as of yet. At least until we play specific types of decks. So, until then, I will catch you all in a future video. So, for the meantime, do enjoy this. And you better leave a like, because if you don't, it will come for you. So today's deck, we will be covering Fruits of Iskith, honestly my favorite leader ability, and if you guys aren't yet on my Discord, be sure to hit up on the link in the description below. That's where I will be previewing, or I'll be showing you guys previews of decks that I'll be playing on stream and on future videos also. So if you guys want to go check that out and get a sneak peek, be sure you guys join me on my Discord as per always, and follow me on Twitter as well for any leaks that are probably coming up regarding the channel and the stream and all that stuff. So I had to take a weekend off because I had to work on some stuff. I was transitioning from a 10-hour work shift to an 8-hour work shift, back to an 8-hour work shift I should say, and of course it was the Gwent Open tournament this weekend as well, so I was watching that while I was playing some other games, just checking out some other games I'm playing as well. Witcher 3 playthrough is still coming. It's just that there's just so many videos I'm doing that, you know, it's gonna be hard to get through all of them. But for this week, I will be uploading every single day. So Monday to Friday, I will be uploading one video every day. And after that, we'll see how it goes with the scheduling. Because I'm not sure what that countdown for on the website's all about. So that's something that might also catch up one more time, because obviously we gotta make a video on everything Gwent related. Plus some additional stuff perhaps. So if that's your kind of thing, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't just yet. So for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who already know, or don't know just yet, I should say, the Fruits of Iskith is my favorite leader ability. Monster's my favorite faction, even though they're obviously not played at all because it is very easy to play around them. But the thing is, they can build up tempo very quickly. You can control the first round whether you go first or second. So even if they pass round 1 and that gives you control, and if you can provide some pressure on them if you go second, then that would be even better because there is a chance that you can win on even. So at first I actually wanted to try a deck list without Oswald, just because I find that Oswald's actually a very obvious final say. But I figured that might be a little bit too tough, so I decided to actually cut Egern instead. And it was a tough cut to make because obviously Egern was a 13-point card. It makes Oswald super powerful at 14 points. Without Egern, Oswald's strongest consume really will be the Goliath, Pugo, or Old Spear Tip. But in all honesty, you're giving up a few points, but the reason why I'm doing that is because I am adding a few more Thrive units. So there is a few more Thrive units coming into the deck with this one, so I can build up more tempo on the wide side of things as opposed to just one tall unit that Oswald usually brings. So I am deciding to try that version out. Personally, it's just falling within my comfort zone as a Monsters player to just play a deck like this. So, you know, it's pretty relatively simple that I can find somewhat bit of a success in the pro rank with this, as I'll show you guys in the gameplay later. But we're gonna go through the format of just going through all the cards in the deck list, just because I find this to be easier and not as much editing in my opinion, just because I'm already doing editing for a lot of other videos as well. So I'm just gonna stick to the simplicities here for the next coming decks. So Old Spear Tip, I needed a powerhouse, so Old Spear Tip sort of fits the bill. Again, ever since it went down from 13 from 14 to 13, I should say, I've been wanting to play this card a lot more, even though obviously it's still not too good because there's just a lot of other cards in terms of combo wise that just fits the bill. But for the purposes of this deck and this leader ability, Old Spirit Tip is okay with me. Next, we got Dandelion Poet. Dandelion Poet is one of those cards that can let you play 2 cards in 1 turn. So obviously, if you curve your Thrive units well, then they'll be getting boost in 2 cards in 1 turn, and that'll give you so much tempo. So that's the reason why Poet's in this deck anyway. Even though again, people don't usually understand because if it's not a meta card, they don't really think that it's worth it. Obviously, if it's not a meta card, because there's a big percentage of people who just focus on the meta, and I totally understand. If that's your case, honestly, like the reason for you to probably come here should not be for the meta decks I'm playing with, because I'm not playing with any meta decks. It's the meta decks I'm playing against. So you guys get to see sort of how weird, wacky homebrew decks work against meta decks. That's essentially what the kinds of gameplay you're gonna see when I play these decks on my channel. So just a word of warning if you guys are new. Next, Naglfar, straightforward. Katsakan is also pretty straightforward. It's also present in vampire decks. It's present in a lot of monster decks, really. Katsakan just proves to be a pretty powerful Thrive unit. 9 provisions, 6 that can let you spawn an Ekimara, and even if Katsakan does get destroyed, it allows you to summon an Ekimara yet again. So that already in itself makes it a 10 for 9 before any Thrive even activates. So that's why Katsakan is there. Not to mention at 6 power, it can proc other Thrive units as well. Mata is here because we have both Old Spirit Tip and Dandelion. We kind of want them both to be playing, so I do have Mata. You could make the case for switching Mata for, let's say, an Alzur's Double Cross, but you kind of lose out on points because you're replacing a unit with a special card that does act as a placeholder for a unit, but Mata is a unit and a pretty high unit as well that allows you to, again, proc your Thrive units, which is kind of the goal here. So also we have Oswell. Your strongest unit to consume really will be Old Spirit Tip and /or Pugo, Boombreaker, and Goliath. So Oswell is not going to be as powerful as it would be if Egan was here, but another problem I saw Egan presenting was Egan was really a card that if you don't play it within the first 3 turns, it's going to be easily destroyed by like 4 provision cards, and I really didn't want that to happen. So it's also another reason why I made the cut of Egan, because it kind of just ruins it kind of messes up the sequence of play a little bit in terms of when you're gonna play your cards. So I wanted to give this version a shot just to see how it would turn out. Next, we have Goliath, one of our 3 powerhouses. Pretty straightforward, no need to go any more after that. Necromancy allows us to create a 3rd Endrega Larva if we need to, so we can guarantee ourselves a Endrega Larva every round or a Necker. I added a Necker as a sort of backup in case we couldn't get that 3rd Endrega Larva, but you want to make sure that you actually have Thrive units that can spawn copies of each other per round, I think, just because if the opponent can't answer it, then it's going to cause a nuisance, and if they can't answer it, then it's kind of like they're spending, you know, quite the amount of provisions on cards just to get their hands on a 1 power unit. So it's a win-win for you either way, I think. So Necromancy is really a way to guarantee that, and it's almost guaranteed always to work because there are going to be 2 copies of Endrega Larvas in the graveyard as opposed to just 1. Next, we got Pugo Boombreaker. I originally had the Beast, but the Beast was easily destroyed. With Pugo Boombreaker, at least, the thing with this card, though, is you kind of have to play it first. So in a short round 2, Pugo is a good starter card because it's not often that your opponent's going to be able to destroy it, unless, of course, they commit a card like, let's say, Philippa that can kill it in 1 turn. But even then, it's still going to be like the fact that they have to commit a Philippa just to kill 1 Pugo Boombreaker is actually a victory in your hands already, even if you are going to be down a card. So it's just a good sort of turn 1 card to start off with, almost like the Griffin. But yeah, I think Pugo Boombreaker just sort of hires up the safety net even more. Next, we got Adastriga. Now, Dominance is not going to be easy to obtain here just because of, again, your lack of high power units. So Adastriga is kind of one of those cards where it's like, you have to use it the first chance you get because you may never get that chance again. So, because we're not going, it's not so much as tall units we're focusing on as we are going with Thrive Overload and just boosting up our Thrives throughout the board. That's kind of the goal of this deck, really. So I added an Adastriga just as a way for us to deal with our opponents because we have no opponent interaction. I cut off Parasite as well. Next is Alpha Werewolf. Alpha Werewolf, similar to Old Spirit Tip, was a card I included more just because of that boost from 4 to 5. So yeah. Again, this is a card that you potentially could cut. Like, let's say if you wanted to add a ghoul instead for that short term, power, then you could do that. But I tried to go with Thrive overloads of sorts, so I had Alva Werewolf instead. Next, we got Ice Giant, straightforward 7 power card. I realized that we're actually lacking in the 7 power card, so that we don't actually complete our ladder, our ladder of Thrive. So we needed one. We have Kikimori Warrior, but you know, it's good to have a backup just in case you don't get it. Next, you got 2 Griffins, Fruits of Iskith, summon a fruit, kill it with Griffin, move on with your life. Pretty easy. Next, we got Kikimori Warrior, another 7 card similar to Ice Giant. This one is easier destroyed, but at least with this one, unlike Eagern, it's only at 5 provisions. So if like a Tourney Joust destroys it, it's fine. Whereas a Tourney Joust destroying an Eagern with 10 provisions, and it's like, it's kind of too, like when you expend cheap cards to destroy an expensive unit, you know, it's not that good. Next, we got Wyvern. I wanted to add 2 Wyverns, but I needed another card that could tech, so I did 1 Wyvern, 1 Drowner instead. Drowner, again, is good for getting rid of Rolock cards, and Wyvern is a 3 Thrive card, even though Bruxa also already fits the bill. Wyvern just sort of deals direct damage, so we can potentially eliminate low power engines. So 2 Endriga Larvas, Face of Monsters, nothing more to say about that. 2 Noon Wraiths, of course, because they are high power units at 4 provisions. Not to mention, if you mix them with a bunch of Thrives, then it's going to be worth more than 6 points for 4 provisions, which is pretty good actually. 1 Necro Warrior, because I don't think I have a 4 power Thrive unit. I do not, so I decided that Necro Warrior would fit that bill. 2 Bruxas and the Lesser Endriga Larva in the Necker. So that'll be the list of the fruits of my, I think it's like my 3rd or 4th revision of Fruits of Iskith. And let me know what you guys' thoughts are of this deck, of course, in the description, in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy this video, and of course subscribe if you guys want to see more content. And other than that, let me send you guys over to some gameplay. Mahakam Forge? Interesting. This is usually a Gord, unless he's running pure dwarves, then it'll be interesting. Because those are 2 decks you don't commonly see. Not gonna lie, I'm okay with a hand like this. Maybe we have too many cards that destroy. Maybe we'll slow that down a little bit. But I think overall this should be fine. So we'll start with our usual. Fruits into the Larva. Again, he destroys. We have Necromancy to bring 1 back, so it should be fine. I forgot about Alba Spearman. Yikes. Now what to do if he gets Zoltan off for that carryover, I'm gonna have no idea.
Oh, I'm feeling sleepy, grumpy, dopey, and bashful.
Oh, I forgot Pugo's random. So Pugo actually has to be the first turn play. Alright, I gotta remember that, actually. I actually have to remember that now. A Fauve? This looks like Gord. Yeah, this is Gord. I mean, I'm aware of how Gord works, but whether or not I can win, I have no idea. He may start playing Alzur's Thunder. I don't think they run Dolbathana Bowman. Or they shouldn't, because they should have their hands full with a bunch of Avalok? Oh yeah, Avalok does count as a special card.
Appearances can be.
I forget that Avalok can count himself as a special card as well. That's fine. We may save this Bruxa for later. Unfortunately, we lost dominance with our Ada, but you know what? I think that's gonna be fine.
You foul-faced baby.
Oh, interesting. Dwarf Berserker. The usual target is usually Mahakam Volunteers, but I mean, hey. Let's play Noon Wraith here. And then we can play Kikimori Warrior, which probably will just get destroyed. And then we play... Oh, no. Actually, I might play Matza first. I think playing Matza first is better. Okay, that's fine. At some point, he'll have to start using reactive cards, so... That's kind of why I was okay with playing on.
This dance
We'll play Mata. That probably gives him another special card to play with, which honestly I think is still fine. Pyrotechnician?
Uh-oh.
Huh. Let's play the warrior. We could also play another Bruxa, actually. It might not be the worst. This is something I should have done earlier, I think, but... Actually, no, we'll pick a warrior here. Tempering? So he killed the fruit. I was actually hoping to save you for later, but I mean... He could be running Triss Lacerate too. Yeah, let's just... It's okay. I don't mind. Let's just try it out. See what happens. If he is running Triss Lacerate though, I might be in trouble. Oh, okay. That's fine. I think at this point I'm okay with just playing Pugo. I don't think I care about who he damages. I mean, unless of course it's gonna be the Bruxa, then we might have a problem. Nah, she will just play this. Because we can still play Pugo right after, so... Karafi Heatwave? Dang, that sucks. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's fine. We still have some pretty powerful cards anyway, so even if he did play Karafi on my old Spear Tip, it's still not the worst, I think. Yeah. So now he can no longer... Now whatever Sage he plays can no longer... So I can kill a Sage with an Ada, so that's pretty good. I need Last Say. If I don't get Last Say, I probably won't win. Johnny! Ooh.
That's great. You're worse
Interesting.
than children.
But will he have Triss Lacerate? Okay, so we got Ozreal, so we have our own finisher. I kind of would like a Thrive unit also. Okay, well I guess you're a Thrive unit. But I mean, I guess I should have kept Necker, but you know what? It's fine. Anything else worth keeping? I think they're all worth keeping. They're all pretty powerful, actually. Unfortunately, we have to Griffin first. I mean, I guess it not because Katakan was there, and we could have just eaten the 2 Vamp. Oh, this is the Sage. Now I absolutely for sure can't touch the Sage.
Yes.
That kind of sucks. Oh boy. So now Ada's absolutely irrelevant here. And I don't have Purify, so I guess we'll just Poet then.
Famous last words right there.
Oh, thanks for coming. I mean, he still has... How much more removal he has? He played 1 Nature's Rebuke, so he could have another. Triss? Okay. Oh, as long as... Actually, yeah, as long as it's not Lacerate.
How can I help?
Oh, A-Rush? Oh, he has an A-Rush? Oh, yikes. Yeah, we lost our Dominance. I should have played Dominance when he had the chance then. That was a mistake. A second A-Rush? Oh my gosh, that's pretty disgusting actually. Man, just lucky for you I was not hiding an Urgent. What if I was hiding Erden, huh? That would have been disgusting. Lambert Swords Master? Okay, I mean...
What's our plan?
Okay. So that last card has to be Gord. Yeah, it for sure has to be Gord. But the question is, will Gord even be enough here? Will Gord be enough? I don't think Gord's enough. Good thing I decided to bring back Oswald. Oh, real good thing I decided to bring back Oswald. Off the
You
books.
just picked a fight with the wrong kind of Skelliger.
I do go second, so I can put a bit of pressure on him. So I'll be lacking in the Thrive department for the round 1, which kind of sucks, but I mean, what can you do, right? Tax collector. Man, do we want to immediately start with an ADA for that? Because we could. Or maybe not. Maybe I wait. Maybe let's wait a little bit. We may play fruits and then ADA next. If, you know, nothing happens with this tax collector. But then again, it's only round 1. I may be okay with letting him keep his coin. Then again, maybe not. Make him pay for his coins. We may play Poet. Fist. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to play Pugo immediately. That's exactly why I didn't want to play Pugo immediately. Alright, now we ADA. I don't care if he destroys this. I can get pretty far ahead without it, so... At this point, we let the tax collector live just because it's just so weak at this point. It's like... And again, the idea is we want to go short round. If we can win on even, that'd be even better, but... So he's played 2 poisons so far, so that's actually kind of good.
How's doing business for you?
That's fine. Surprised he's not protecting tax collector. Let's go Poet here into probably Katakan. Or Poet into the Werewolf, and then we Katakan right after.
Faster than the wind.
Oh, we got the Drowner? Oh boy. Yeah, this is Drowner. Wasn't a powerful Poet, but I mean, hey, we're still in the lead, so I think that's all that matters, really. Now, doing this kind of negates Ewald. Or, not negates Ewald, but it allows Ewald to do his thing. So we could still have a problem there. I play really fast, and that's that could be one of my weaknesses. Okay, that's fine. I'm out of dominance cards to play anyway, so... Arena Ghoul. Interesting. And then we can Katakan. We either Katakan or Noonwraith. I think we Katakan. I could also still play a Necro Warrior. I could still afford to play another Thrive unit, actually. Sure.
Thanks so damn much. Anyone teach him to share?
As if he thinks I'm passing. I'm monsters. I love short rounds. I thrive in the short round. No pun intended. If you guys hear knocking, that's ignore it. Just doing some renovations. It is what it is, though. Wow, Tin Boy, huh? That's a pretty big commitment, I think. He's really trying to get me to pass here. Which obviously is not gonna happen. Like, he's not far enough in which I'll pass, so... It's funny, because it's like every time he goes closer to the short round, the better it gets for me, so... He might have a problem. And a big one at it, too. Okay, let me just turn this down a little bit. It gets I'm not good at, like, optimizing volume, I'm not gonna lie. So my apologies if sound is getting weird.
How beautiful these golden fields.
If he has Igni, then this would suck big time. Alright, cool. And that's my pass. Alright, so I'm planning on putting some pressure on him, and what I mean by some pressure, I mean a lot of pressure. So let's just go ahead and do that then. Bruxa, Andrega, Kikimori Worker. We don't want to spend too much time setting up, so... If anything, I may forgo the Andrega Larva, actually. I may forgo the Andrega Larva and just play straight into the Griffin. Nah, we're Andrega Larva here. We're gonna Andrega Larva, actually. Now the problem is, if he has you walled, then we could have a problem. Slash Seductress? Okay, that's fine.
Nothing tickles my tits quite.
We could actually Katakon right here. We could Katakon, Kikimori Warrior, then Griffin, and then I think that could be my pass. I mean, I still have a decent Oswald target, so it's not like I'm in a bad position. That might be a problem, though.
Shh, my noble knight. Be still.
Not really. We're ahead by like a lot, so I think I'm good. So those were just two base copies of Peaches. Or, sorry, Slash Seductress. Was this a Passifloralist? It didn't look like it. The Arena Ghoul makes sense because this is off the books. This one, you don't see it in too many Passifloralists. Poison's common, this is common, this isn't, so... If he has Tax Collector, my guess is either he's trying to get super greedy or he's not a big money generator. Fist Tech? Okay, that's fine. Probably he's gunning for my Katakon then. Again, still pretty far ahead. Still not much of a threat. Even if he does complete the poison on it. Okay. So I'm down to 27, he's at 17. So I'm still ahead by 10. Thank you. I will accept. I will accept an extra 2 points. It's the thing. That's a common forgotten thing about Katakana is that they still spawn Ekimara when they get destroyed. So what is this? Oh, is this Muriel's? Oh, it's Savola. Okay. Well, that'll be enough. But at the cost of Savola, though, that's kind of huge. The fact that he had to use up Savola, though, is kind of huge. So I'll take it. I could have played Old Spear Tip, I guess, because I don't know what this last card is going to be. But I do guarantee myself last say anyway, so... Okay, this is good. We got Oswald, which is nice. If we can get Mata, it should be game over. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? That's still fine, I think. The bad news is we spent half of this round setting up, so that could cost us. Whereas if he just picks up Temple right away, we could still be in trouble, so... We're not exactly out of it just yet. It really depends on what he draws. Is this really Passiflora? Did he really draw that perfectly? Oh no, maybe not. Or he's just doing it for the extra coinage. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, if this is you walled, then I'm screwed. Because he can just ping, 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 and then, yeah. I probably should have kept the ice giant, I think. Especially considering how short of a round this is. Okay, that's fine.
Got the whole world in my hands.
I mean, it's obviously not fine, but it's fine, you know what I mean? Okay, so he destroys probably the Bruxa then.
We too can play with fire. Oh yeah.
His Frightener has Doom, so I can't eat it. Which means I'll have to eat my own Pugo, which is fine. It's 10 points. 10 points is still a lot. And we're tied, so... Let's see. I mean, he does have some coin left. Still has some coin left, so... I mean, if it's Moriel's, then I think we lose. Because I think this point differential might make the difference. I think this is Moriel's. Oh no, it's defense? Okay. Okay, then I think we're good. I think if it was Moriel's, we would have definitely won.
Relics are forever.
Alright, cool. I'm back to where I started.